So I'm a little nervous about public speaking. So I was online this morning looking up some tips for how to address being nervous when speaking publicly, and they said to picture everybody in the room naked. But I don't know that that's the best idea right now. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Joey. I've been best friends with Amy and Sean for a number of years, and for those of you who do know me, I'm sure that you're probably sitting there thinking that I'm gonna roast, if you will, Sean for this best man speech. I just wanted to confirm that you're correct. Amy Ryan, you look amazing tonight. For those of you who don't know, I've known Amy for about 16 or 17 years now, going back to Miss Capel's class in art in middle school, when I was a model student trying to show young Amy the way. That's sarcasm. But seriously, I've honestly been, great friends with Amy for a long time. Up through high school, we were great friends, perfect friendship, and then, our friendship took us up through the 1,000 days in college. And just to clarify, by days, that's spelled D-A-Z-E. I'll never forget those vague memories at the Charles Village pub. But seriously, Amy, it's great that this is happening. I'm sure everyone, along with everyone else in the room, this is amazing. You look beautiful. Amy Ryan, I've been waiting a long time to say that. Amy Ryan. And now you can join everyone else in this room who has two first names. Sean, you've always known what I've said about people with two first names, right? They're the kindest and most genuine people I've ever met in my life. But I've known Sean for equally as long, and in the same manner as Amy, I can remember the first time that we hung out, but being that this is a family setting, the only details I'm allowed to say is I remember the first time that we hung out. And I'll be moving on. But a lot of purple and orange here in this room tonight. Obviously not Sean's first time in Baltimore. Sean's first time in Baltimore, I believe, was back in 1999. This is a little story I'm going to tell. The Ravens were new to town, and they were having what's called a fan day at Ravens Stadium. And, basically people can come out on the field, do a bunch of things, whatever. And Sean, all right, we're in a family setting, so I'll just say he was under the weather on this day. But, Pete, who's in the wedding party here, me and him went to kick some field goals at one station, and we were gonna come meet Sean, who was sitting down against the wall. And when we were done, we, come back to the wall, and Sean's not there. And we searched the stadium up and down looking for him, and we couldn't find him. So in a last-ditch effort, we went to the parking lot to hope maybe that he was at the car, and he wasn't. And we had to drive back to Crofton without Sean. And this is 1999, so there's no cell phones or anything. So Pete and I knock on John and Adrian, wherever they are, their front door. Mr. Ryan. And the last time they had seen us was when we came to pick Sean up that morning, and we had to inform him that we lost his son in Baltimore. And to be fair, Mr. Ryan can be a little intimidating to a 17-year-old who just lost his son. Raven Stadium eventually called the Ryan household and let them know that Sean was taking a nap in the nurse's station. Sean being, of course. But, Sean being sick actually was sort of a running theme throughout our, friendship. Whether it was eating the wrong meal, sitting in the backseat of a car, standing up, drinking at the Double T Diner. Sorry. But anyways, I honestly do look up to Sean like a, big brother. I'm exactly 6 months to the day older than he is. I've always known him to make great decisions, but actually, I have to ad-lib here. Shortly after the Baltimore Ravens incident, Mr. Ryan, again, was gracious enough to let us borrow his van one evening, and this is me, Sean, Pete, again, this is a running theme with Pete. Justin Roach, wherever he is, was also there. And we were borrowing his van to go out to the movies, I believe. Maybe some miniature golf. But the egg yolk remains in the van told another story. And I don't know that Mr. Ryan bought our excuse of prepping for a big country breakfast. But seriously, it's back to the great decisions. Even though I'm older than Sean, looked up to him like a big brother. And I've always known him to make great decisions. One great decision in particular, and I'll just apologize right now, Mr. Ryan. But he let us borrow his beach house when we were 19. And a great decision was made to have a really epic party that weekend. And a brand new carpet and air conditioner later, which were my fault. We were banned from the beach house. I know, I'm in front. Now, me and Sean actually, we lived in Towson together. Let me try that again. We lived in Towson together for a little while in an apartment complex named the Colony. At this time, Pete was living in our dining room. But he had a nice tapestry separating the kitchen from the living room. Scott was there a lot, too. He saw the tapestry, it was good. But, back to the great decisions. We made a lot of great decisions at that apartment. But, again, the family atmosphere, I'm only allowed to say that we made great decisions at that apartment. You can say there were fireworks lit off of our deck at 3 a.m. Thank you, Ross, for bringing those up. But in all honesty, no more jokes, just, straight up, Sean is my best friend, known him forever. He's a great guy. He would literally give you the shirt off of his back.
Don't get carried away.
Because he's already wearing a natural sweater underneath of the shirt. I thought Mary Ann and Paul were going to go for 5 minutes each, so I apologize for the length of this. But seriously, Amy and Sean, your greatest decision was marrying this beautiful person. I and everybody in this room wish you guys a lifetime of mutual joy and happiness. Cheers.